Good morning, and thanks for stopping by GardenStateWeather.com, New Jersey, and the Northern Mid-Atlantic region's weather news portal. I'm forecaster Robert Smith, and this is October the 4th, Tuesday, 2011 video forecast discussion. Things are finally beginning to settle down this morning as we can see the mid and upper level circulation now across New Jersey, and the severe threat of weather is just about over. There are a few showers here across northern New Jersey, pinwheeling around. These are very, very light indeed. We're not expecting even much precipitation in the Philadelphia area today, too. Temperatures are generally running just before dawn this morning of around 50 to 52 degrees. So temperatures quite uniform, upper 40s to very, very low 50s. And the Storm Prediction Center has placed a general area of thunderstorms today all the way from just around the Long Island Sound area through interior Connecticut, up through Massachusetts, and off the southern New England coast. And as we can see, most of the moisture here associated with the surface and upper level low now has shifted to the east, and plenty of rain, moderate to heavy rain coming in now into Massachusetts and northern areas of New Hampshire, southern areas of New Hampshire this morning. Other than that, we've got just some basic small craft advisories here. The winds are expected to shift around to the northwest and increase. The pressure gradient between high pressure coming in from the west and low pressure exiting off the mid and northeast Atlantic coast will produce a northwest wind, and that means that mariners and small boaters out there on the waters today from southern New England all the way down through the Delmarva can experience gusty winds out of the northwest better than 25 to 35 knots, and some choppy seas better than 3 to 5 feet too. And the large-scale water vapor imagery of the eastern United States this morning centered right along low pressure here, the mid and upper levels, spinning right over New Jersey. That's the mid and mid-level and upper level center. Surface low now off the southern New England coast of Long Island and Rhode Island proper, and that's where most of the heavier lifting and precipitation is associated this morning. We still have a bit of a trough here across New Jersey, extending down to another upper level trough, an upper level cold front that's going to be diving south and east through our area during the next 24 hours, reinforcing high pressure already beginning to build in across the upper Midwest all the way down to the Gulf Coast. And after this passes, high pressure will begin to come in, and it's going to be providing us with a delightful weekend for once. And from the Foliage Network, this is the foliage color report and leaf drop report for southern New England and the northeastern United States. We find down from Maine all the way now through interior portions of Vermont and even upper portions of New Hampshire here that we're finding generally peak colors, or actually high colors, nothing near peak yet. All the yellows in here represent low colors, and that's across southern coastal New England all the way down through New Jersey and Pennsylvania. The leaf drop is still very low across this area as well, and as of for the next couple of weeks, we can expect the color to increase and the leaf drop to increase as well. Forecast maps for this afternoon show that the weak area of low pressure off the southern New England coast with a front nearly stationary. It's going to become a cold front and backdoor cold front slip through our area the next 24 hours. But until that time, we just could see some very light showers around, otherwise some clouds, and probably the clouds giving way to more sunshine even across southern New Jersey and central and southern New Jersey and the Delmarva, probably during this afternoon, more like during tonight for clearing. As we get through the day on the overnight hours into early tomorrow morning on Wednesday, here comes the cold front now. Low pressure is finally exiting well off into the Atlantic, high pressure building in and cresting across the Ohio River Valley. Temperatures generally going to be in the 60s with 40s at night. We could get some frost advisories here probably around Thursday night into early Friday morning. Still a little hesitant at this point to say just if it's going to get near freezing, but some of the bogs in northern New Jersey, in central and southern New Jersey, and also northwestern New Jersey could get down into the at least the middle 30s, just above freezing here across northwest Jersey and the Poconos and interior New York on Friday morning. Here comes the cold front. On Wednesday, high pressure continues to build in. Plenty of sunshine coming our way for the next couple of days. The cold front moves through. It's relatively dry, and this is where we're going to get into some nice weather. Generally high pressure in control all the way from southeastern Canada all the way to the Gulf Coast states. A pleasant weekend. It's going to be very slow moving, so generally fair weather with temperatures moderating from the 60s on Saturday into the low and middle 70s by the middle to the latter part of next week. 6 to 10 day outlooks temperature wise now October 9th through the 13th. Above normal temperatures expected from the upper Midwest all the way to basically the Gulf Coast and even portions of Texas, and that's because very strong high pressure building in across this area. Below normal temperatures across the far northwest down through the southwestern United States. As far as precipitation goes, with high pressure in control aloft and at the surface, ridging, not expecting much below precipitation chances here from Maine all the way through the upper Midwest and down through the southern United States. The exception would be right along the Gulf Coast from anywhere from the Carolinas, especially down to Florida, and that's because there's going to be tropical trouble. We had Philippe here on the water vapor this morning out here in the Atlantic and in the Caribbean, and that is going to recur. But there's other tropical troubles that are going to develop in this area, and that could keep an easterly wind, high pressure, producing an easterly fetch from the Carolinas into Florida, and that's going to mean rounds of rain and thunderstorms. So this area of the country looks very wet over the next 6 to 10 days. Meanwhile, above normal chances of precipitation also from the upper Midwest all the way down through the Central Plains. And finally, as we get into the 8 to 14 day outlooks, again, the temperature is above normal here across the upper Midwest and through the mid-Atlantic states, and also into the Southwest, below normal across the Northwest territories there. And precipitation below, especially across the Maine down through upstate New York, near normal across the New Jersey, New York metropolitan area down through Pennsylvania, Ohio, Kentucky, and above normal chances again with the uncertainty of precipitation and an easterly wind coming in from off the waters here, piling up the water, and also some rain action here from the Carolinas down through Florida. So finally, some very fine October weather coming up for the holiday weekend again. There'll be some frost around here Friday morning. Typical October weather, though, and the clearing is on the way. For GardenStateWeather.com, I'm forecaster Robert Smith. You make it a good day, and we'll see you again on Wednesday morning.